Alright, hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and I am Mr. No Life commentating today for Group Stage Week 2 between Czechia and Singapore. Right now we're into the pick and ban phase, and it looks like we're deep in the ban. Wait, no, we just finished the roll, so they're phase. Are taking second ban. So I was taking a look at the results from the qualifiers results, since this is Singapore's first match in the group stage, and Czechia has played against UK last week, so there's not much information to go off besides the qualifiers set to head. And Czechia have been ahead on a lot of maps in last week's qualifiers: NOMELON 3, 4, 5, Hidden 1, and Hard Rock 1, but Singapore being ahead decisively on DT1 and 2, while ever so slightly ahead in NOMELON 2 and Hard Rock 2, which could be a couple of options that Singapore could have. And despite Czechia being swept against UK last week, they have promising scores on Hidden 2 and NOMELON 3, so that could be angles that they could also be looking towards. And yeah, as expected, Czechia will be protecting the NOMELON 3, while Singapore protects the Hard Rock 3, the high BPM tapping, which is also expected from them. As we move on to the first bans from Singapore, what am I thinking if I were them? Ooh, NOMELON 4. That's also what I expected from my notes, where Czechia has really good performance on NOMELON 4. And I think Singapore would ban either NOMELON 5 or Hidden 2 next, because in qualifiers, Czechia is number 6 on NOMELON 5, which is kind of crazy, to be honest. Hidden 3 ban on the side of Czechia, not interested in the mechanical / hybrid tech thingamajig. Yeah, if I were Singapore, like, it would be between NOMELON 5 and Hidden 2, maybe slightly leaning towards Free Mod 1, which is like an edge case ban, but like, if you have NOMELON 5 Hidden 2 open, then that's gonna be a bad sign for Singapore, so definitely like one of those. And then when it turns back to Czechia, what are they gonna ban last? Like DT1? Oh my god, DJ with the Philippines flag for Czechia, that's really funny. Singapore taking their time with the final decision on this pick here. I think, if I were them, like, I think Hidden 2 might be the next banner, because like it is like the rhythm hell of this map, while NOMELON 5 is like more of like the pattern recognition. Or yeah. Yeah, NOMELON 5 ban from Singapore as expected. Maybe LML got too muscle memory, they're thinking there's 6 NOMELON, but there's only 5 NOMELON this weekend, so we're up to the last ban from Czechia. Oh my goodness, I love the inside jokes that y'all make. Like, it's so interesting, like, to know, like, what happens, like, in other countries' inside jokes. Oh, interesting. DT2 banned from Czechia. Like, okay, it was one of the bans that I was expecting given that Singapore is really good on the DT2 as well, but leaving DT1 open, yeah, I just think there's not enough bans for Czechia to, like, handle. So they have to leave one open, and they opted to leave DT1 open. And with the first pick on the side of Czechia, they be picking Nova 3 right away, like to claim their first point, or will they just play it slow and like ramp up their performance over this match? Just gonna take a look at my notes real quick, see how well are they also doing on a couple of other maps like Nomad 1, Nomad 2. Czechia and Singapore are pretty close, so Nomad 1 in qualifiers. Singapore has the slight edge on Czechia in Nomad 2. And Czechia will be taking the Protect right away in Nomad 3. Dude, this song is such a banger. Rem swimming, oh my goodness. Really lovely alt map. 135 BPM if I remember correctly. 136, close enough. Yeah, kind of like a snap alt. Like, it's a hybrid, but like it's mostly snap. And Czechia is the higher seed by 4 seeds. Oh my goodness, yeah. Last year I commentated Czechia versus Singapore. It went all the way to tiebreaker. It was crazy, and it ended up being like closer to the edge, like on a 10+ minute tiebreaker too on the Ahisa 3-song medley, and it came down to the last song. So I want to talk about the rosters real quick, as Azuki Sendai, also known as Crazy, who was in the roster last year, Corpse, Joreda, and I'm assuming they're waiting for their 4th player in Czechia, but in Singapore they have Athora, Digning Chen, Sopanda, and Apple Tier coming in. 0 people ready. That's insane. Oh, NC coming in last for Czechia. Yeah, as you might have noticed, Jajamaru is missing from this year's roster, which kind of tells me that this could be really interesting for Czechia. And as well as Tapsis being gone from Singapore at the same time, so I'm not sure if it's a matter of like the other players in Singapore are better now. And as we head on to the Nomad 3, Digling Shin with the early miss, but it's way too early, so not much of a... Oh, NC as well trading with the bad act on the start, but it's early doors, so just gotta wait and see. Yeah, at this point it might as well be 4 FCs, like, because like the reverse chokes aren't too noticeable, except for NC, I suppose, which Czechia has a slightly now swinging over to Singapore with the hack and ever so slight combo lead. As we head into the first key eye. No one breaking on both sides. Oh my goodness. And everyone holding onto the overlapping slider jumps. Xtrullor with the first break on the side of Singapore. Now the score is going to swing over really quickly to Czechia. So Panda as well missing. No one trading for Czechia. Really good act as well from Hazuki Sengai. Also, act watch on Joreda as he's struggling with 92 act, and Angsty with the miss on the side of Czechia. Now, like, the gaps are... Well, it is on the side of Czechia, slowly growing, but like, it's not... Ding Ding Shove with the miss on the side of Singapore. Now it's gonna swing back more massively on the side of Czechia. Goodness. Also, I want to know, like, if your Singaporean players got NS, like, basically drafted if you're everywhere else in the world. Like, if that's also a matter of that. It's kind of like a similar story with South Korea and their, like, military draft kind of thing. Alright, back to topic. Three-way FC on Czechia with no one holding an FC on Singapore. Hazuki Sender with a break! And Joreda as well. Corp's the only one holding on to the FC. Right now the score gap is long gone as they secured the first point on NOMELON 3 on their protect. Now it's a matter of whether Corpse can hold on to his FC. Cursed it, we broke at the end. This is so unfortunate. And yeah, Czechia with the first point on NOMELON 3, 700k score difference. Oh right, the Rumi screen. I remember hearing that in the prediction stream, which is mad unfortunate. And also extra unfortunate for Choco that, like, he basically retarded as well. Alright, coming back to Singapore's pick. I think they will also try to match Czechia and pick the Protect right away on Hard Rock 3. Like I'm thinking right now Singapore, Hard Rock 3 and DT1 are enticing options that they could pick. NOMELON 2 maybe not, given the way that NOMELON 3 happens, since NOMELON 2 is also low BPM and really extra flowy. Yeah, there's a lot of decisions going on, like Hard Rock 3, DT1, maybe... Wait, what? Did Singapore run out of time, like, to pick DT1? That would be unfortunate if Singapore ran out of time to... Yeah, oh no! That is so unfortunate. I think that the Singaporean captain Amal is AFK, so the Doja Manhattan Cafe picked the NOMELON 1. Bruh. Withdrawn in simple lexicon. you can't be doing. Wait, the pick timer and matches in general for 5WC is it 90 seconds or 2 minutes? Match procedure. Ah, 90 seconds, yeah. Yeah, I think it might have been faster for Singapore that they didn't expect it, so their late pick was unfortunate, so it turned around to Czechia. As Czechia elects to pick for Singapore with the No Mod 1. And it is a flavorfully song, Human, custom mapped by Aruota and Mint Leaf. I love Flavorfully, so like really thank you all for like custom mapping this. Well, it is unfortunate for Singapore that their map didn't get picked as NC takes the first break for Czechia. I just do hope that Singapore doesn't break their mental and gets a good performance on this map. And it is aim adjacent, so I'm also hoping that Singapore does just as well on Nomad 1 since it is aim adjacent, but it is a very different identity from the DT1 they were planning to pick, as Anxi breaks again on the side of Czechia, no one trading for Singapore as they take the lead heading into the first key eye. No one missing on Singapore. Manhattan Cafe breaks on Czechia, no one trading. Right now, it's 2 FCs versus 4 Hazuki Center and Joreda holding for Czechia while no one is breaking on the side of Singapore, and all with high X too. I mean, while Czechia elected to pick for Singapore, and it is not like counted as a break point in the terms of the match, but Czechia being handed a donation pick but still on track to losing the pick as Sopanda and Junk Maniac missing on the side of Singapore in the dead center of the map, the score capping them, Azora as well! This could turn around to Czechia really quickly, no one trading for them, as Sasuke Senda and Jorida holding on to the FCs as of now. Oh my goodness, Apple Tier the only one holding on to the FC with 99.4. Jorida trading on the side of Czechia. Sasuke Senda the only one holding on to the FC, while Eggsy and Manhattan Cafe with the supporting combos. It's gonna be really neck and neck as the score difference is 50k and growing ever so slightly towards Czechia. Sasuke Senda and Manhattan Cafe double break for Czechia. Right now the score is gonna swing over really to Singapore. Apple there with a miss, but the supporting score is 25k. It's gonna be really tight heading into the last key eye. Oh, Joreda with the shake. Right now, we're in the bridge section. It's gonna be really tight. Flora with the miss on Singapore. No one trading for Czechia as of yet. Three-way break on Czechia. Athora, the only one trading in Singapore as we head into the last key eye. This is gonna be so neck and neck. Junk Maniac with the miss on Singapore. Joreda, Athora. Asuki Senda with the miss! And Apple Tier holding on for Singapore. my goodness, so tender with the break! If Apotheer holds on, then it's probably gonna be a win for Singapore. And as the third KI ends, as the map calls down, the score is gonna swing over 70k and growing thanks to Apotheer's and prowess. And the donation pick from Singapore, Czechia's pick on NOMELON NOLEMON backfired on them really badly, and it is like a mercy breakpoint from Singapore. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay, I don't know what kind of breakpoint to call this, because it isn't a breakpoint on paper, but since Czechia picked it, well, I guess it's gonna be like a donation breakpoint. Right, I just created a new term. Welcome, thank you, everyone. Wow. Oh, that is unfortunate from Manhattan Cafe. Yeah, donation breakpoint. So Czechia picked for Singapore on NOMELON 1 and lost the map. Because it isn't like an actual breakpoint, like so to speak, since it is virtually considered to be Singapore's pick that Czechia has inherited. And Czechia, with their real pick now, picks Hard Rock 1 Tokyo, a real classic map. This time it isn't as much of a raw aim, but it is like a hybrid of a aim and burst. Right, hopefully Czechia can get their mental reset on this map before things could get worse. Like, but Czechia having 3 picks in a row is a really good momentum shift. Like, given Singapore's indecisiveness in map 2, like not being able to pick DT1, but I'm sure Singapore will pick DT1 once it turns around, once this map is over, obviously. As Satsuki Sendai Corpse, Manhattan Cafe, and still waiting on their 4th, as Ding Ding Chen, Abomal Apotheer, and Junk Maniac will come in for Singapore, and William will be coming in for Czechia. Alright, Ready's coming out, GLHF's coming out. Alright, let's ball on Hard Rock 1. This absolute classic of Tokyo. Really old, like mid to late 2010s map, I think. And also, this map is really short, so any miss the intro could go a really long way into like setting the tone for this map. As well as the act difference corpse with the 92 act on the start, giving a slight lead for Singapore. No one breaking on the increased spacing burst. Ding Ding Show with the first mess on Singapore, no one trading on Czechia as the intro jump burst section is a little bit quiet before we head into... Oh, my mouth missing as well! Right now the score is gonna swing over really quickly for Czechia. Amamal and William trading each other to add it to the middle jump section. Corpse, Amamal and Chunk Maniac miss. Hazuki Senda and Manhattan Cafe holding on for Czechia. Manhattan miss. Now the only FCs with are on Hazuki Senda and Appletear so far. Both of them are doing really well in this match so far. Appletear with the act drops on the stream section. Hazuki Senda with the break. It's all you now, Appletear, but I think the ending section is a slow section, so it's gonna be really tight on whether Appletear can catch up for Singapore. Yeah, this last bit is a really slow section, so it's gonna be like painfully tense to watch whether Singapore can close the score gap thanks to Appletear's FC so far. William with the break on the slow section, as right now the score is swinging over really quickly to Singapore. Junkie Maniac with the miss, but it doesn't matter as Appletear gets the FC for Singapore and takes the official breakpoint against Czechia.
Welcome to Tokyo.
Yes. And now they can go to DT1 right away. And surely you pick DT1, right? Surely you pick it just to consolidate and bring it to 1 to 3. What is happening with Singapore's... Wait, did their captain just move? There we go, DT1. Finally, Singapore is fast enough to pick. But yeah, Czechia losing 2 maps in a row with both of them being their own pick and the pick that Singapore has basically donated to them, which is extra unfortunate. Like, how do you get 2 breakpoints in a row? And one of them isn't even official because Singapore was too late on picking DT1 from way earlier in this match. Alright, just bamboozled. Alright, looks like everyone is right. Oh my god, that went by really fast. Hazuki Sendai, Manhattan Cafe, Corp, St. William, Digning Chin, Amamal, Sopanda, and Athora. Right now, Appletear is resting, like, also probably because he can't play 10.3, which is perfectly fine, and he does deserve the rest, like for the carry job he did on Hard Rock 1 earlier. As we head into the intro section for this DT1, it's gonna be on the relatively longer side for DT, as it is 3 minutes before DT. Right now it's 2 minutes. And Athora with the first break on Singapore, no one trading on the side of Czechia. Oh my goodness, everyone on Czechia is on high egg run, what? Manhattan Cafe on the 99.7 run, Katsuki Sentai on the 99.37. What the hell? Manhattan Cafe with a break on Czechia, no one trading on Singapore as of yet. Corpse as well, no way! Katsuki Sendai versus the world, apparently holding on to the 99 Act FC against Dignichen and So Panda's FC. Dignichen ever so slightly being better on the Act, while Panda with the 95. I think if you're a Singapore fan, you gotta hope for a break on Dignichen and So Panda at the same time, while everyone on Czechia holds, as the score lead is growing massively, 300k on the side of Singapore. So Panda... Oh, the score lead is really solid on Singapore, as they will be soon to take the conversion on DT1 and take the lead 3-1 against Czechia. 3.5 mil. Absolutely solid scores from Singapore. Dingling Chen with the FC and Sopenda with the Slider Break Shook of 800k near the end, as well as Sothora with the almost 900k. Goodness. Right, Czechia, slow down, breathe. What are you gonna pick next? No Mod 4 and No Mod 5 are double bagged by Singapore, so if I have to guess, if I were Czechia, I would be thinking about heading to both of the free mods, but I'm slightly more biased towards free mod 1. I mean, honestly, Hidden One is also a really good option as well, given that Hidden One on qualifiers, they're 13th place compared to 24th from Singapore with a 300k score difference. Hard Rock 2, that is really interesting. Let me just double check the...
I couldn't catch it, heart in the casket. You always knew it. The star and roll, the main attraction. Got cameras flash.
Another custom map, this time by Croatia. On Hard Rock 2, Gabriella, gotta love the K-pop where they don't speak any Korean.
I'm begging you, hands up, Gabriella. Gabriella, hands up, Gabriella. Back off on my fella. Gabriella.
Yeah, given that Czechia has won No Mod 3 earlier by a really good margin, 700k, this is a really good pick from Czechia as well. But with this being a similar but also different identity from No Mod 3 earlier, this time more focused on the precision flow aim. Like, while this is alt, I could also see Singapore taking it, like, bringing the fight closer to Czechia this time around. Azuki Sendai, Manhattan Cafe, William, and Corpse, same roster expected from Czechia, Almond Apple Tier being back for Singapore, Junk Maniac, and Lycaon, my husband, first appearance of the day for Singapore, and first appearance of this group stage.
Heart like a bullet, flying too fast, I couldn't catch it. Heart in the casket, you always knew it.
3-minute map. Oh, Junk Maniac with the miss on. Oh, I mean, it is early door, so that doesn't matter as much, but the act. Hopefully, Junk Maniac can, like. Grow. He missed again! What are you doing? Almond Mal as well! Manhattan Cafe, the only one trading on the side of Czechia. As we head into the first key eye. Almond Mal missing again. Oh, Lycon as well missing on the side of Singapore. Corpse the only one trading for Czechia. And the score is surprisingly tight still, off the backs of Apple Tears FC against Suzuki Sendai and William. Junk Maniac holding on to the reverse choke so far. How is the score so close despite Apple Tier being the only one FCing like 1v2 against Satsuki Sendai and William? The act difference must have been vast. Oh yeah! The act difference from Corpse and Manhattan Cafe as they're struggling. William with the break on the side of Czechia. Right now the score lead. Oh, it's constantly flipping with Junk Mania trading. Right now it's a 50k score difference as Corpse breaks. Apple Team break as well. No. Wait, but Hazuki Sendai trading as well. Oh my goodness. That is section. I was already gonna say that this is a good look for Czechia, but it's looking even worse now. What? I am really stunned by the performance that Amamal and Lycon are putting off as scores with the break again on the side of Czechia. No one trading on Singapore as of yet. Amamal and Apple Tea with the break. Amamal with the choke sandwich, and Lycon, my husband, with the reverse choke on the low act, but like act doesn't matter in score V2, combo does more. And Singapore snatches the breakpoint away from Czechia, and Lycon with the choke sandwich as well for Singapore, taking the score 4-1. Just yoinking it right out of Czechia's pocket. Wow. And it is Singapore's pick. Wow, okay. Absolutely shocking turn of events as Singapore. If Singapore wins this and Czechia goes... Yeah, Czechia goes 0-2 in groups with a -9 point difference. Gonna be a real uphill battle for Czechia. Goodness. And Poland still hasn't played a single match on this group's weekend. just... Wow. Czechia went from... Instead from 0 to 100, it went from 100 to 0 real quick, like accidentally putting the emergency brake on themselves as Singapore picks the Hard Rock 3, their protect, to make sure they win this 5-1 on the match point. Wow, I never expected Singapore to... If the match is gonna go the way it is, I never expected Singapore to dominate Czechia as of now. And I never expected, like... I was expecting the match to be closer, like, just like last year heading into a tiebreaker, but... If Czechia can pull off an upset, it has to be now. Pulling off the same roster as they have ever done on almost every map so far, with Amamal, Dignichen, Sopanda, and Athora coming in for Singapore. Amamal with the first break on Singapore, no one trading for Czechia at the moment. But it is early doors, as I say. But then again, early doors might not be as early given the short map length. Hazuki-san, they're missing on Czechia. Now's not the time to be doing that. You need to make a comeback. Corpse. And also really troubling signs. Hazuki-san with the break again. It's still 3 FCs to 3, but the supporting combo from Amama really good for Singapore. As Hazuki-san missing again. Yeah, at this point you just need a miracle. Manhattan Cafe, Hazuki-san is Athora Sopanda missing. Right now, it's all eyes on Corpse and William versus Awamal and Dingling Chen. You gotta pray, like, if you're a Czechia fan, you gotta pray for Awamal and Dingling Chen to break while Corpse and William hold on for dear life. Oh my goodness, I thought over the shake! The 5-digit World Cup nerfs is bringing full bear onto Alfora as Amamal and Dingling Shen with the high combos, full combos. Alfora so the break. Hazuki-san actually Corpse with the break. William the only one holding on, but I don't think that's enough. Singapore is heading fast tracking their way onto the 5-1 win. Dingling Shen with the break, but I don't think that's enough for Czechia. Amamal holding on to the reverse choke. William with the FC, but unfortunately it is not enough. Amamal with the reverse choke as Singapore takes the upset win against Czechia 5-1. Wow! And in an unexpected turn of events, Czechia, despite having 3 picks in the row to start thanks to Singapore's mishap on the pick man, they lost 5-1, and right now they are 0-2 in the group stage with a negative -9 score difference. Singapore, that is unbelievable performance off of the backs of Amamal, Dingling Chen, Athora, and especially Apple Tier on the Nomad 1. Goodness. And as well as Junk Maniac, Laosai, Lycan, and apparently Irumi is on the roster, like in this graphic, but he is not. So Panda should be here, and also like really good scores from So Panda as well. And with that, let's see the match schedule. There is another match going on, Australia versus Ukraine on the other side. And with that, I have nothing else to say so far, except good job Singapore. Like, you have the momentum going, keep it up against Poland, either later or tomorrow. I don't know what the schedule is, but with that being said, I am Mr. No Life. Thank you, Pitxort, for streaming, and for Bets for reffing this match. And with that, I'll see you later. Eventually.
Thanks, Mr. No Life. Yeah, hey everyone, Lumen here. Just to add a bit of additional context to the situation. Yep, we're going to be live back on this channel in 12 minutes with Thailand and Kazakhstan, which is going to be a match between the two highest seeds of Group E, and both of them are currently undefeated, so that's probably pretty interesting for all for determining whether they get deeper into the bracket or not. And as Mr. No Life was saying, Czechia is unfortunately probably relegated to losers bracket in the main bracket after groups at this point, with a -9 differential. And this is going to be really interesting for Singapore, as now UK and Poland also still on, because this group hasn't played too many matches yet, even though we're already a weekend in. And actually, that was a good question, Mr. No Life, on when Chezia's other matches can be played, or just when the rest of these matches can be played across the weekend. But main sheet should be pretty up to date in terms of the schedule at this point, so go check the group stage schedules tab for the rest of the schedules across the weekend.
Perfect. Yeah, a lot of Group B's matches are stacked onto week 2, with the only match like on week 1 being the UK versus Czechia match last week. So yeah, apparently they're saving the best for last. So yeah, with that, I'm guessing we're rating the other stream, or we're staying here for the other match soon. I don't know what's the plan.
I think Pitxort posted Akui's Twitch channel, which I believe is currently streaming the secondary stream, so you guys can go ahead and click on that if you want to go and watch that, or just wait here for 10 more minutes for Kazakhstan and Thailand.
Alright, perfect. Alright, we'll see you in a bit for the next match. Well, next matches. So, yeah, bye-bye.
Later, everyone.